We've all had to take the school bus at some point in our lives. Or maybe you haven't because you were a bike rider, or you were homeschooled, or you were a car rider. And I was always jealous of those car riders. I always imagined someone's mom picking them up and Chick-fil-A's in the back seat. And the mom is like, "Eat up, little Timmy. I want you to be nice, full, and energized because we're going to Disney." But anyways, I had to take the school bus every day. And I remember having to wake up so early, around like 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun wouldn't even be out yet, and I'd already be so tired. I just stand at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come. Occasionally, I close my eyes or look out the window and bask in the ambiance, only to catch a glimpse of two girls throwing hands. Well, it was really only one girl throwing hands because she was beating the brakes off the other girl. And I was like, "Oh my God, somebody help her." As we got closer, I realized who the two girls were. Their names were Gabby and Marnie. And when I saw Marnie, I was like, oh. Marnie was known for fighting everybody and their mother. That girl was a fighter. She was Mike Tyson. Don't let her get too close to your ear now, because she never, and when I say never, I mean never, lost a fight. And I only knew this girl name because she had a reputation. I had never talked to her or even had a class with her. And I wouldn't have wanted to talk to her anyways, because she vibrated too low to the flow for me. Once Marnie had finished piecing her up, Gabby just got on the bus. And I was surprised because had it been me, I would have went home, iced my face up, and them jokers would have never saw me again. Nope, you're never gonna see me again. I would have had to switch schools. But I felt bad, man, because like, dang, the day hadn't even started yet. And when I think about it, I don't even know if my bus driver said anything. I mean, she had to have said something because that was such a serious fight. But this had happened in middle school, so I don't remember most of what happened after that. But I do remember this one time where this boy just fell out of a tree. Just fell to the ground. And I'm looking at the bus window like, what the heck? Boy, what was you doing up in that tree? Oh, his nose was so blooded up, I couldn't believe it. If I didn't see him fall from that tree, I would have thought Marnie stopped by. I never knew what was going on at that particular bus stop. There was always something going on over there. Now, there was this one guy who I thought was so weird. I had never talked to him before. But whenever we would get off the bus, he would walk 5 feet, stop, turn around as if he's looking at something, wait for me to pass him, and then start walking behind me again. Not close, just maybe like 5 feet behind me. And he would do this every day. And I don't know why he would do that. I don't believe he was stalking me because he lived pretty close. And I don't think he was taking pictures of me because I was flat as a board back there. So there was nothing to really take a picture of. So that couldn't be it. But it was becoming a very concerning situation for me. So I ended up telling my mom, and she agreed to park somewhere hidden and watch him. So the next day arrives, I get off the bus, and of course, he does it again. So when we got home, she was definitely confused as to why he was doing that because she said he didn't do anything. I remember after that, my stepdad came home and was like, I went over to his house and told him to stop. What? Why would you do that? So he can stop following you. Oh man, it's gonna be awkward now. Yeah, it's gonna be awkward now. My mom and I, we were pretty upset because we were gonna figure something out. We don't know what it was gonna be, but it was gonna be something. But I was actually grateful that he went over to his house and said something because he stopped doing it. And it wasn't awkward after that. He would get off the bus and he'd just keep going straight. But enough about the kids. Let's talk about the grown-ups that were on my bus. On my bus, we had a bus monitor and we had a bus driver. And my bus monitor was freaking mean and strict. That lady was so freaking mean. She would always be yelling at us not to pull the window down and to keep our legs out of the aisle and just stupid stuff like that. She was just so freaking strict. But for the most part, we were cordial. I wasn't a bad kid, so we really didn't have any problems until one day. One day I decided, hey, I'm gonna get off on another bus stop today. No, that sounds like such a great idea because that bus stop is much closer to my house than the one I've been usually going to. So I'm just gonna do it. Well, that was a mistake because when I got on the bus the next day, the bus monitor handed me a note basically stating that I got off on an unapproved stop and I broke the freaking rules. Well, I was pissed. I was like, what? I'm not understanding this. I'm still getting off the bus in the same neighborhood. So why am I getting a referral? Why am I getting a note? Are you kidding me right now? What is this? I was so mad at that lady. I was like, I'm done with you. Huh? Looking back, I understand why she did the things she did and why she was the way she was. It was all for safety reasons. You gotta keep these kids in line. You gotta keep them in order because the bus is such a small space with a bunch of kids who have different personalities that you can't play around with them. But don't get me wrong, I like riding the bus. We had some good times on there. It was just that some of the people was just a little,